Good evening and good evening. I'm Zanji Kick and welcome back to Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles 4. Okay, I did some research. I'm actually missing a good 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people from my squad. Which, to get them, I honestly... It turned out there are certain requests I have to do. And my brain just farted. Oh no. I have to do certain things in order to get some certain characters. Some you get to the storyline, others you have to do special things. One character, you know how we have DCT to upgrade our equipment and the tanks and the ship? We need about, what is it, 1 million? 1 million. And it's not accumulated over time. It's at one point you need to have 1 million in your pocket. That's the only way to get a certain character. And others you have to get by doing the skirmishes, the hard skirmishes, which I have not done. And another thing, the other thing I'll explain after this. Let's just watch the epilogue. Let's end this.
あの日の僕たちは命をかけうるものがあると信じていた。それがどんな代償を払うものか知りもしないで、何を得て何を失ったのか今となってはわからない。ただ激しくも眩しい日々と仲間の笑顔は今も胸に残っている。あの戦争こそが僕たちの青春だった。
急遽締結された停戦条約により第二次ヨーロッパ大戦は終結した。ノーザンクロス作戦に端を発した東部戦線は兵士民間人合わせてその犠牲者は1000万人以上に上り、人類がかつて体験したことのない未曾有の戦果となった。もしこの停戦合意がなければヨーロッパの人口が激減した可能性が指摘されている。だがティグナス作戦、特にバルキュリアの存在は秘匿されたために氷の海を渡りこの停戦の功労者となった部隊の存在は世に知られてはいない。
Wait, what? Didn't we do this already? Can I skip this? What was the point of this video? We had this when we beat the game, technically. So you bring it back just to do what? We saw this. That's the epilogue. That's it. Okay, let's do a proper epilogue. He refused to bomb the capital. HQ deemed him unfit for the burdens of command and stripped him of his title. Even so, he has no regrets. Not that one. Kai ceasefire. She and Angie hide their identities and live quiet lives together. Her love for Ross does not fade, helping her to move forward. She remained in the military after the ceasefire, putting her efforts toward rebuilding Squad F. She personally named their new tank Christelle. After the ceasefire, he helps Claude rebuild the factory. He still keeps his camera close at hand, hoping to start a photography studio one day. Awesome. He once had a significant other, but his sheer passion for armored vehicles drove them apart. He still keeps her photo pinned at his driver's seat. Who knew? He was Minerva's underclassman while at military academy. He has always admired her in those days, and he swore to serve her until the very end. She died at the coast of the Crystal Sea. After the ceasefire, his injuries forced him to retire from the front lines. He now teaches officers to be as a Naval Academy instructor. Awesome. She fought on the front lines. Her skills are as sharp as ever. And if any young hotshot gets too cocky, she takes him down a notch. She picked up her speech from a drill sergeant from her training days. Mistaking this for formal military custom, she spoke abrasively to match. His room was full of carefully tended potted plants. When peace arrives, he dreams of keeping a beautiful garden next to his house. Nice. He hides a bottle of high-end alcohol in his room. He plans to drink it when he feels like he doesn't have long to live, but it still remains unopened. Hey, Doc. He disdains anesthetics. Some say that survival rates have improved thanks to soldiers going to extreme lengths to avoid his excruciating treatments. Her dress was a gift from her father, a final act of kindness from him. She prays that he and the rest of her family can live happily now. Hey, nurse. She started a surgeon but tends to struggle with pharmacology. This became obvious when she prescribed laxatives for a case of diarrhea. You don't prescribe laxatives if someone's suffering from diarrhea. You don't. Formerly a sled dog for a team exploring the Northern Lands. Once the expedition was over, the dogs were abandoned. Only Ragnarok survived. Aww. We know what happened to them. I won't go into every single character here. Actually, there is a way to see the true ending. To do that, we'd have to do the final battle on hard, where we have even less time to do it. So what I'm going to do is it just that one? I think it's just that one. Yeah, I think it's just the final battle. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go off screen, do the final battle, and when I complete it, we should have a true epilogue. And then I'll show that. This game. Then I'll give whatever final thoughts I have on this game and whatnot. So, be right back, everyone. Alright, we are back. I just finished the final battle again on hard. The enemies are stronger, and the boss... And you have to complete the mission in a faster time. In 10 turns total. Yay! Well, I went up from a D rank to a C rank, so that's cool. We've seen that. Is there any change here, or is it just in the epilogue? No, I think this is the same. We've seen that. If this all turns out to be the same, I'll just skip this part. Oh, here we go. So back to the epilogue. We've seen this. Skipping.
あの戦争こそが僕たちの青春だった。
クロード。
Hello. Oh. Our war's end. There we go. It says Zyga's alive because I revived him in the Senate, whatever it was. And actually, there is a way to bring Raz back through that, but you have to do a couple of things first. Yeah, that's why it says Christelle is alive, because I brought her back, just like Zyga. And you'll see a few new names in there. That's because I found the rest of Squad E off screen. And I'm not going to show that because that's like an additional 5 hours of work. But there's actually a way to get the Navy people on your side. There's a way, Is that all? I just want to make sure. Is that all? There's nothing else. No. Let me make sure. Is there anything else? Yeah, I did like an additional 10 hours off screen. Oi. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. Thank you for that. I love that drawing. That is awesome. Let me check the personnel that's been updated. Probably Riley's. The Cenotaph. Thank you. Oops. Wrong. Okay. Upon returning to Hafen with Riley, he helps in rebuilding the Miller Company factory as its manager with help and familiar chaos from former squatties. Nice. Despite her grave injuries, she manages to recover and return to Hafen. Cloud proposes at the Star Child Festival, and she accepts with a quiet nod. That's awesome. Anyone else? Remember that Angelica, she's assumed dead because the ship sank. So she's in hiding with Kai, because Kai, or Lena in this case, faked her entire, she was pretending to be her brother. Her brother kind of officially died, so she went to hiding as well. They all had their own individual stories, though I didn't use all of them to the point where it all filled out. Even though I did the squad stories. But I am happy to say, where are you? She, at one point, just gets rid of her mask. I am so happy for that. She finds her mother. They now live in the countryside. Thank you. Yeah, he's a new character. Don't remember if I've shown him or not. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I didn't get every single achievement / trophy, which is fine. I was honestly doing this for the fun of it, because I really enjoyed this game and the series. But either way, my final thoughts on this. I enjoyed this game. I had a lot of fun. I really did. The Grenadiers were a new, added a new, oh my goodness, I can't even think straight. They made you think of new strategies with the Grenadiers, and you had to think, they have Grenadiers, how do you work around that? Which I appreciated. I like that Dan and his APC. I love the vehicle. That made it so much more fun. The fact that I can transport troops in certain ways, or certain aspects. Even though it was still weaker than a tank, so anti-tank guns could still rip me to shreds, but it still added more variety into the game, which I appreciated. What else can I say? The villain. This was a different kind of villain. Maximilian was doing what he wanted to be in control, to seize power, to break away from his family. At least from what I remember, I could be wrong. This guy just wanted to complete his experiment, and he basically used whatever he wanted to get his way and didn't care about the consequences of his actions. I mean, he did regret a few things here and there, but he would twist it into his own... He would twist it into his own views and be like, oh, this wouldn't have happened if he didn't abandon me. If he didn't turn against our research. And all that nonsense. I feel so terrible. Even though I don't like them. I don't like what happened to... What are the names? Nicola and Chiara. Because... they just... At first they were just nasty. But then... I felt real pity for them. For what they went through. Their calibrations. Whatever was done to them. Oof. I am happy for Maria and, what's his name, Walls? I've never seen such an unlikely couple, but good on them. I hope they're happy. I will say that it really made you, with what happened with Roz, it really, I was hoping that wasn't the case, and wow, did that hurt to do at that point. And the fact that you chose who would be sacrificed with him. Jeez. But I kind of took that away with the Centograph right afterwards. I mean, I get why they did it, so that you can get everything. But still, it kind of takes away from that moment. In my opinion. What else can I say? I feel like some things came out of left field. Angie came out of left field, in my opinion. If you've played any of the other Valkyria Chronicles games, you could kind of see where the story was going near the end. Or a bit when Angie came into the picture. And I talked about the main engine and how she suddenly appeared. It's like, okay, I kind of know where this is going. I mean, she came out of left field. If she was there from the very beginning, that'd be one thing. If they had some way to write her in from the very beginning, that would be different. But the fact that she appeared out of nowhere, it was just like, come on, there's not a whole lot of connection there. Yeah, she's a cute little girl, and turns out she has Valkyrian blood, but she still came out of nowhere, and it did not feel like there was that much buildup with her. It'd be one thing if, again, if she was there from the beginning and we got to know her throughout the whole game, and then it reached that point, or if she did come out of nowhere, but we still had more time to spend with her longer in the game. Here, it's just she kind of came out of nowhere, and she was here for bits and pieces, and that was it. And I wanted more story with Rags. All we had was a bit of DLC with him, where they forgot to feed him and he ran away. And he made friends with Fenrir, who again was there out of nowhere. Well, that doesn't bother me so much. I just wish they had more with Rags, because he's there. He's appeared out of nowhere. Is he on the cover? Actually, no, he's not. That's kind of disappointing. But he's on the skin for the controller, so it's like, come on, there's Rags. You have him there for a reason. Use him. Put him in the story. Why is he there? It didn't really go into him that much. As for the main characters, I enjoyed Kai and Raz. Like, Riley got on my nerves, but I grew to like her. Same for Minerva. Minerva was on my nerves, but I really grew to really appreciate Minerva. She was probably one of my favorite characters. Her and Raz. For the main storyline characters. Cloud was okay. He wasn't bad. I would say... excuse me. Not that. For main character-wise, Welkin was such a better character. Was such a better lead for a main character. He stuck true to his beliefs to the very end, which I admired. And he had some not iffy moments, but, he had some vulnerable moments. Like the part where he still punched his best friend when he found out what his best friend did. That is still one of my favorite moments from that game. It's like, whoa. When he finds everything out and puts it all together and confronts him, oof. But he never gave up on his core beliefs, his core values. Cloud, I felt like he kind of did for a bit. Like maybe the war changed him. But I felt like he was slowly changing. The fact that he still continued with this mission. Using Angie as the main engine. When in the beginning of the game he's like, all life has to be respected. Yeah, we have to fight if we have to, but I'd rather not risk a life or waste a life. But finds out Angie's the main engine. Oh, we're going to keep using this. Really? It just feels like he wasn't consistent in the game. The only consistent thing was, oh, I'm scared of Cloud. I'm never going to get over this. Like, I'm better now. Well, I guess I'm not better. Oh, I'm better now. Oh, I guess I'm not better. Why? We found out you were called Scaredy Claude eventually because you were scared of a challenge or something when you were kids. That's it. Or you were bullied or something. That's it. Everyone had such disdain for you. Everyone had such hesitation to accept you when they were from your hometown. Riley, I can at least understand it in some way because, yeah, he stopped her from running to a building because it was on fire. He stopped her from only possibly saving her family. But in all honesty, they were probably already dead. But everyone else, they didn't know that. So they would constantly call him Scaredy Claude. Roz called him Scaredy Claude when they first met, when they formed Squad E. But it was just because he was being bullied when he was younger. That was 10 years ago. Seriously? It just did not feel like a strong enough reason, in my opinion. But that's just me. I felt like Welkin was such a better lead in the original Valkyria Chronicles. His story with Alicia was a better story. their love story, their trials, the enemy story, what they learned, what they went through. That was so much richer, in my opinion. Now, this is not a bad game. I really did enjoy this game. I spent over 80 hours in this game, and I loved it. But overall, I feel like I enjoyed the original one more. Still, fun game. Everyone, if you get a chance to play, you should. I did not show you all the characters. Yeah, I showed you almost every character, actually, but not all the characters. You know what? Why not? I'm going to show you all the characters. I won't tell you how to unlock them. I won't, or how they are in battle. But let's see. Including DLC. Yes, you can get the Navy in your team. Christelle. Cloud Hater. Nice. Do we have anyone else? Yep. Navy. Navy. Oh, he's a captain. Oh, medical officer, duh. Don't know if everyone saw Ben or Stalshrot or whatever his name is. Her. Salvaria. Yes, you can get Roz back. I found out how to get him back. Gertrude. She's interesting. Actually, let me check something. Oh, nice. But she has a very stupid Warzone etiquette, where hiding and crouching are bad. It lowers her defense. And that's everyone.
Yes.
Still. And I'm not even showing you the hard skirmishes. Those are actually pretty challenging, and I even unlocked harder ones. I'm not doing those. I think I'm done with the game for now. Still, I love this game. It was wonderful. But still, play the original Valkyria Chronicles if you can. It was re-released for the PS4. Get it. It is worth it. It is a beautiful game. Yeah, 87 hours. Compared to... Yeah. But, this game... This is a game worth getting. This is a fun game. It's still relatively new. You can get... It's $60, though I've seen some deals here and there during the holidays. So I'm sure it'll go down in price eventually. But, this was Valkyria Chronicles 4. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this game. I love this series. I hope to show everyone Valkyria Chronicles 2 at some point and Valkyria Chronicles 3. 3's a maybe, only because it's a Japanese-only game. I've heard people say there's a way to translate it, but I don't know how to do that. I had some research on it. I need to see if I can find that. And if I can, I will show that. Or I'll find some way to show that. I'll find some way to translate it. Something. Who knows? But either way, everyone, thank you so much for watching Valkyria Chronicles 4. Have a wonderful evening, and farewell.